They say Doors is scary because of the monsters. Rush, ambush, figure, screech. But honestly, those are not the scariest parts. The scariest part is when something in the game stops acting like normal AI and starts acting like it knows you personally. So before we begin, answer this in the comments. If a random player in Doors started warning you about things happening in your real house, would you leave instantly or keep playing just to see how far it would go? Be honest. Because the boy in this story made the wrong choice, and after that, even logging out didn't make him feel safe. Like the video, subscribe, and stay until the end, because the final thing he heard through his headphones is the kind of detail you do not forget. This story is about a 15-year-old boy named Mason. Mason loved horror games, but not because he was fearless. Actually, it was the opposite. He liked the adrenaline. The rush you get when you know something's about to happen, but you don't know exactly when. In real life, Mason was the kind of kid who got bored fast. School felt repetitive. Home felt quiet. Nothing ever happened. But Doors was different. In Doors, every run felt uncertain. Every hallway made you think. Every sound mattered. That was why he kept coming back. Almost every night, after finishing homework and pretending to go to bed, Mason would put on his headset, turn off the lights, and open Roblox. Sometimes he played with random people, sometimes solo, sometimes with one friend from school named Tyler. But on the night this story started, Tyler was offline, and Mason decided to do what he had done many times before. He joined a public Doors lobby with strangers. At first, nothing felt unusual. The hotel lobby looked normal, players jumping around, some rich-looking avatars showing off expensive accessories, some newer players standing near the elevator trying to figure out how the game worked. Mason entered an elevator with 3 random people. One girl with a soft pink avatar, one guy wearing all black, and one player with a very plain, almost default-looking character. The username of that last player was room47_waiting. Mason noticed it only because it sounded weird. Not creepy exactly, just strange enough to stick in your head. The elevator doors shut. The run began. At first, the player acted normal. They picked up coins, opened drawers, stayed close to the group. They did not troll. They did not spam chat. They did not deliberately try to get anyone killed. If anything, they were almost too calm. While the other random players rushed through doors, room 47_waiting moved at a steady pace. Never too fast, never too slow, like they already knew exactly what was going to happen. By door 12, one player had died to rush. By door 19, the pink avatar got caught and disconnected in panic. Now, it was just Mason, the guy in black, and room 47_waiting. The guy in black typed once in chat, "Bro, this one's taking forever." No answer. Room 47_waiting kept moving. At door 24, Mason noticed something for the first time that made him uncomfortable. Whenever he hid in a closet, that player would stand near it, not opening it, not blocking it, just standing nearby, watching. That alone could still be explained. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe they were just waiting too. Mason kept going. By door 31, the guy in black died. Now Mason was alone with room 47_waiting. Normally that would not matter much. Plenty of players survived together to later rooms. But as soon as the other player disappeared, the chat message appeared. "You should lock your bedroom door." Mason froze, not because it was impossible, but because his bedroom door was not locked. And almost every night, his mom told him to lock it if he was staying up late with headphones on so the cat would not push it open. Sometimes he did, sometimes he forgot. Tonight, he had forgotten. Mason stared at the message for 3 full seconds, then typed, "What?" No reply. Just the two of them walking into the next room. At first, Mason tried to laugh it off. Maybe the player was just being creepy on purpose. Maybe they guessed. Maybe it was random. But once an online stranger says one thing that feels too specific, Your whole brain changes. Suddenly, every sound in the room matters. Every shadow matters. Every little detail feels wrong. By door 38, Mason heard Rush coming. He ran to a closet. Room 47_waiting was already standing beside it. Then the player typed, "Don't look away from your real door." Mason's hands stopped moving. The closet shook as Rush passed. In the reflection on his dark monitor, Mason could faintly see his real bedroom behind him. The door was open now. Not all the way, just a few inches. He knew he had left it mostly closed, not open. Slowly, he turned his head. The hallway outside was dark. No cat, no movement. He told himself the air probably pushed it open, or maybe he had not closed it properly to begin with. He looked back at the game. Room 47_waiting was still there, still beside the closet, still not moving. Then came door 50, the library. Figure's room. Usually Mason liked this part. It was tense but manageable if you played carefully. He crouched, moved slowly, collected books, and listened for Figure's heavy footsteps. Meanwhile, room 47_waiting was doing almost nothing, just crouching in the distance, occasionally shifting position, never getting caught. Mason grabbed the last few books and went toward the code pad. Then the chat message appeared again. "He is not the only thing walking tonight." Mason's stomach dropped. Figure roared somewhere behind the shelves. Mason solved the code fast, opened the door, and ran through. At this point, he should have left the game. He knew that. But fear does something weird when it starts mixing with curiosity. Half of you wants to escape. The other half wants proof. Wants one more message, one more sign, one clear answer for whether this is real or not. So Mason kept going. Door 58, door 61, door 67. The lights flickered. Screech hissed near his ear. Ambush came and nearly killed him on the rebound. And through all of it, room 47_waiting stayed with him like a shadow. Never helpful, never harmful, just present. Then, near door 70, Mason heard something in real life. A soft tapping sound. Not in the game. Behind him. 3 taps. Slow. On wood. He ripped one side of the headset off and looked back. His bedroom door was wider open now. The hallway outside was still dark. No one there. He stood up from his chair so fast it nearly fell over. He checked the hallway. Empty. His parents' room door was shut. The cat was downstairs. The windows were closed. Nothing explained the tapping. He went back to his PC. The game was still running. His avatar was still alive. And in chat, there was a new message. "You looked away too long." At that point, Mason's mouth went dry. He typed with shaking fingers, "Who are you?" This time, the player answered, "I stay where people keep opening doors." That made no sense. Or maybe it made too much sense for that game. Mason should have exited right there. Instead, he kept going. Door 78, door 82, door 87. Because now he was trapped in the worst mindset possible. Terrified, but needing to see the end. Then the run started changing. Not in a dramatic, broken horror game way. That would have been easier to explain. No giant glitch. No red flashing error. No obvious creepypasta nonsense. Just small wrong things. A room repeated once, then twice. A painting in one hallway looked like a dark shape standing in a doorway. A drawer opened by itself. A guiding light spark appeared even when there was nowhere to go. The game still looked like doors. It just felt slightly off, like the rules had shifted while pretending nothing had changed. At door 90, room 47_waiting finally stood directly in front of Mason's avatar and blocked the way. Then one last chat message appeared. "Take your headset off." Mason didn't move. Then again, "Now." Something in the way the message appeared made his chest tighten. He slowly pulled the headset down around his neck. For a second, there was only silence. Then he heard it. Breathing. Very faint. Not from the game anymore. From somewhere in his room. Mason spun around so violently that his chair crashed into the desk. Nothing. Nobody. Curtains still shut. Closet closed. Under the bed, too dark to see clearly. His whole body locked up. He wanted to shout for his parents, but his throat felt tight. Then through the headset still hanging around his neck, he heard a whisper from the game. Not typed, not text, an actual whisper. A low voice close to the mic saying, "Behind the closet door!" Mason did scream then. He shoved the chair backward and ran out into the hallway so fast he nearly slipped. His dad woke up angry first, then confused, then alarmed when Mason could barely explain what had happened. Both parents searched the room. The closet, under the bed, window locks. Nothing. No one inside. No sign of a break-in. His father said it was probably part of the game audio. His mother said he had scared himself staying up too late. Mason wanted to believe them. He really did. But when he finally went back to the room with both of them standing there, the game was still open on the monitor. His avatar was dead. And room 47_waiting was the only player visible on screen, standing in the darkness beyond the last door. No animation, no movement, just stillness. Then the account disconnected. Mason slammed the laptop shut. The next morning he told Tyler everything. Tyler laughed at first, then stopped when he saw Mason was being completely serious. He said the obvious thing. Maybe it was a hacker, maybe a troll, maybe someone using scripts and voice audio to scare random players. That explanation sounded way better than any other possibility, so Mason tried to accept it. For the next week, he stayed off doors. No horror games, no Roblox late at night, no headphones in the dark. And for a while, nothing happened. Then on the 8th day, Tyler messaged him. Not casually, panicked. He sent a screenshot from a Doors lobby. At the bottom of the player list was one username, room 47_waiting. Tyler wrote, "Bro, is this the same guy?" Mason's heartbeat instantly sped up. He told Tyler to leave immediately. Tyler replied 2 minutes later, "Wait, this is weird." Then, "How does he know her name?" Mason called him right away. Tyler answered whispering. He said the player had not moved since joining the lobby, but it had typed one thing in chat after seeing Tyler's username. "Tell Mason he still leaves his closet half open." Mason stopped breathing for a second, because that was true. Ever since that night, he had been unable to fully close his closet door before bed. Not because it was broken, because he was afraid of touching it. Tyler left the server instantly. He blocked the account, reported it, and told Mason he was never touching doors again. Mason tried to do the same, but when he searched the username later, nothing showed up. No results. No profile. Like the account had never existed. That would have been the end of it, except for one final thing. A few nights later, Mason woke up around 2:30 in the morning to the sound of his bedroom closet creaking open. Just a little. Slowly. He sat up in bed, not moving, barely breathing. The room was dark. The house was silent. Then his phone, lying face down on the desk, lit up with a Roblox notification. He had not opened Roblox in days. The notification preview showed only 6 words. "You opened the wrong door first." After that, Mason deleted Roblox from his computer. Not just doors, everything. Maybe it was a stalker. Maybe some sick troll found a way to scare kids through horror games. Maybe someone had been watching him for longer than he realized. Or maybe something in doors had attached itself to the one player who kept opening doors just to see what was behind them. So now, I want your honest theory in the comments. Do you think room 47_waiting was just a real person using doors to terrify players? Or do you think Mason brought something out of that hotel and into his own house? Because for me, the worst part is not the whisper. It's the fact that the closet door opened again days later, after the game was already gone. Stay safe. Don't ignore details. And remember, some Roblox games are scary for 10 minutes, but if something inside them starts learning your real life, the fear doesn't always end when you leave the server.